All right, y'all. We right back like a mug, man. Forgive me on that one. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me on that one. Forgive me on that one. We back. You know, I be trying to do the different thing. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to do the different thing, man. I'm just gonna keep it basic with the stream, y'all, man, for the next couple ones because every time I jump out the window and try to do things the right way, something always go wrong. But we back like a mug. Sorry for everyone that had that technical difficulty. Thank you for everyone that rolled with me. Now I got to re-say a lot of the message that I said in that particular video. And for what I want to start off with, and I'm gonna breeze through this real quick. I want to tell everyone thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for a great year, another great year for Mainman Mademan's boxing, another great year of growth. Thank you for all of the channels that are supporting me in 2020. Just know I got your back. You know what I'm saying? I got your back 110%. Thank you, Fistiana, for coming on back. Dimitri, what's up, family? Thank you, everybody that come on back through, man. And I apologize on that last stream, man. I be trying to do the different thing. You know what I mean? I guess I got to just keep it StreamYard, man. So we just going to get right back into it. Thank y'all once again for a phenomenal year of growth. Once again, I will do better. Keep getting better each and every time. Thank you to all of my the homies out there, man, that hold Mainman Mademan down. Just know that it's genuine. I'm the most loyal cat out here, dog. I got your back 150,000%. Much love to you all, and thank you to all of the hidden hands. I gotta throw that out there. Back to what I was saying. Now, we were speaking on this Deontay Wilder video that has surfaced. The Deontay Wilder video that is surfaced that had his gloves coming in right before his fight with Tyson Fury. Now, the point that I was trying to reiterate that we seen in that video is that we had the Nevada State Athletic Commission there. All right. We didn't have nobody from Tyson Fury's side there. So when y'all sent me this video in my inbox, a lot of folks is like, yo, man, what's up with this? Can you explain why Deontay Wilder is getting his gloves right before the fight? Now, like I was telling y'all, they usually get a regular pair and they get an alternate pair, right? For Deontay Wilder to have gloves mailed in right before a fight means that something was wrong with that alternate pair. Had to be. Now, like I said, what did you see and what didn't you not see? You did not see any cheating. You had the Nevada State Athletic Commission right there putting their fingers all through the gloves and everything like that. You didn't see any cheating. You didn't see any floppy gloves. You didn't see them breaking the gloves in. You seen Mark Breland right there putting those gloves on them, unlacing, doing everything the right way. Because everyone says that, man, how can Tyson Fury cheat if the Nevada State Athletic Commission is in the building, right? And JD's. Now, like I tried to explain to y'all, it ain't Deontay Wilder's responsibility to go across the hallway and make sure someone from Tyson Fury's side is in his locker room inspecting gloves. That's on the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Somebody should have went on over there and say, hey, yo, man, if no one was there, who knows from the camera angle that was shown? Somebody could have been there. Y'all drawing the conclusion that no one was in there. But it ain't his. Nevada State Athletic Commission could have walked over there and said, yo, bro, hey, somebody need to come on over here. We got a fresh pair of gloves, fresh out of a FedEx package. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that unusual? Is that different? Is that make you bet your eye a little bit? Like, what is that about? Absolutely. 100%. Especially with all of the accusations that's flying around. I totally get it. But I'm not a glove gate person. You know what I'm saying? Monty, what's up, family? There go my brother right there. Salute to my homie, Monty Brown TV, man. Hey, yo, fam, I see you got that debate back on, bro. I'm over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there, fam. Do your dizzle. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I'm not big onto the glove gate stuff, because my thing is glove gate to me it doesn't really honestly make sense. I understand how a lot of people feel about this, but it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It never had make sense to me from the jump. A lot of people claim that Tyson Fury cheated. I say that Tyson Fury did something, but no one really wants to deal with the problem. Everyone want to talk about the problem. Glovegate is great for hype. It's the best thing that Wilder Fury 3 got going for it is the Glovegate, because that hype level will apply. These promoters will look at all of that hype and say, well, what are we doing again? Why are we trying to get out of this fight? They got Glovegate raging on. This is a great ticket seller. I mean, great ticket seller. That's the best thing about it. That's why I don't try to get in the way of people talking about it too much. I just kind of like, because it's great for hype, if anything. But the actual incident itself, I'm just not a believer. You know what I mean? My thing is this, and I'm just going to spend a brief minute with this, a brief minute. If Fury cheated, as everyone say, if Tyson Fury cheated, if the gloves were manipulated, which they could have been, and we'll get there, if they were loaded, if they were whatever objects in there, then why the hell was Mark Breland fired? This is where we start to go left with things. My deal is this. When I see Deontay Wilder cut Mark Breland loose, I'm saying I'm back Wilder on this decision. Because guess what? Mark Breland had orders, and he's an employee. He gets paid by Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder gave him an order, and he should have followed that order. That's my position on that situation all day. But what ain't my position? What ain't my position is Mark Breland. If you suspect loaded gloves, bruh, somebody that got metal in their gloves or whatever whatever the story is, then the man technically saved your life. Now, when people was running around saying he saved Wilder's life, they were saying it because of the beating supposedly Wilder was taking. No. I don't care about the beating. If Wilder falls, he falls. When I mean save his life, I mean, damn, loaded gloves, bro, like real metal in the gloves. Is that what you really think? If that's what you really think, you owe a public apology. A public apology to Mark Breland. You need to be giving that man a Christmas bonus. Because I never was under the assumption that Breland saved your life for real. I mean, from the beat down, when people say he was getting beat up, that's one thing. And he saved his life because he could have never been the same. Like Drago and Apollo type thing. You know what I mean? That's one thing. I didn't think that. And I'm like, if Wilder felt like he wanted to fall in that situation, let him fall. But if we talking about real, live, loaded metal in someone's gloves, as the new thing is suggestion, that need to be in a court of law. Forget about a mediation, arbitration, proclamation of the declaration. Forget that. You need to have your ass, not in front of Judge Judy. You need to have your ass in front of a real live judge and pressing charges on this dude because he tried to take you out. You got kids, bro. You got a whole family. A whole family. That man tried to take you off the earth. What you call that? But I don't see Wilder looking in that direction. I see him talking, fanning the flames on this situation. Some people who are diehard Wilder fans really believe that y'all are helping out Deontay Wilder. And I get it. Look, man, I'll never tell nobody how to be a fan. I never will. I don't care how dedicated you are. I will never tell you how to be a fan. Be as dedicated as you want. But you ain't doing the man no favors. Here's the deal. This situation will never be solved in a court of public opinion. Never. I don't care how many videos you make. I don't care how loud you talk. I don't care what you do. It will never be solved in the court of public opinion. The entities that can do something about this have left the building. California State Athletic Commission, Nevada State Athletic Commission, Association of Boxing Commissions. These are all of the entities that you get involved with something like this. Nevada said they did an investigation. They didn't find any wrongdoing. You think they're going to indict their own people? California State Athletic Commission, they looked into it. They didn't see any wrongdoing. You think they're going to indict their own people? So the question is, where do you go? There's nowhere to go. I'm not fighting nobody that put metal objects in their gloves, bruh. I'm not fighting that man in a million years. I'm getting as far away from that dude as possible. Why is he welcoming him to fight so easy? But it was the gloves. So here's another question. Why was Deontay Wilder tired by round 4? What does the gloves got to do with Wilder's stamina? Riddle me that. Can someone answer that question? What does the gloves got to do with Wilder's stamina? The man was dead tired by 4th, 5th round. What does that got to do with gloves? I'll get to some of y'all comments real soon. What does that got to do with gloves, fam? It ain't got nothing to do with no damn gloves. Him being tired. Because originally it was the suit, then it was the poison water, right? Because no one could explain him being so lethargic. What does that got to do with gloves? And most importantly, what the hell has that got to do with Mark Breland? Because my main man Bomb Squad getting tired had nothing to do with a goddamn glove. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. And now let's get to the real deal of this. This, what y'all are accusing Tyson Fury of doing, I believe Tyson Fury did do something in that fight. What I believe he done was an old school trick that's been done numerous of times, over and over and over again. I made the video breaking it down step by step about horsehead gloves. See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all want to deal with the symptom, but you don't want to deal with the problem. When I put a spotlight on horsehead gloves and wonder why the hell are they still in the sport, I say, oh, people say, well, man, horsehead gloves are still in the sport because of knockouts. The network, everyone wants knockouts, right? So the question you got to ask yourself is, does boxing really want to do something about a glove that can be easily manipulated and pass the eye test? You could do it every time. This is why I say this is going to happen again. They're coming out with new versions of horsehead gloves, new brands. Everyone's getting into the horsehead game because it's great for ratings. So do you really want to deal with the problem, or just want to keep talking about it? Because guess what? It's going to happen again. They've accused many fighters over the years of this same trick over and over and over and over and over again. And when you drill down, you'll see that the issue, it ain't the fighters. They just taking advantage of the loopholes that exist. It's the damn gloves. But nobody don't want to touch it. It's too boring. When I did the video, y'all barely paid attention to it. It's boring, man. So it goes under the nose and under the eyes of the boxing fan. Instead, we'll roll down the conspiracy road when the answer's right there in your face. Did he break them gloves down? Absolutely. Those Paffin gloves, they in the horsehead game now. It's all down to the same nitty gritty, same thing. You can move that horsehair around wherever you want. Put it around the wrist, move it down to the here, move it down to there. It was manipulated, smacked against the wall, smacked together, whatever. How many fighters got to go brain dead while we got these damn gloves in here? Oh, they got so many different versions. My thing is, they supposed to be working on a futuristic glove, right? It's like a mixture of both foam and horsehead. I'm tired. These fighters, we want to talk glove situations. If y'all want to make this fair, I say put them all in foam gloves. But guess what? The knockouts come down. That's the problem. And Tyson Fury, if he did something to his gloves, all he did was take advantage of the rules that's on the books. Before you rob a bank, you case it first, right? You go back and you see what you can get away with. Before you rob a store, you peeping on everywhere, a little camera. Or I see one right there. I know not to go there. Okay, now I know how to move when I come back. Well, that's Tyson Fury. Oh, that's the rules? The rules say we can wear those gloves, right? Okay, cool. So the rules say as long as this glove weighs a certain amount of ounces, it doesn't matter where I move this stuff around to, right? Oh, okay, cool. Say less. That's what's been going on. But guess what? That's been going on for years. Are we going to cry about it? Or are we going to do something about it? That's what I'm wondering. And this is why I'm not on board with Glovegate. There's too many unanswered questions. You want to say Tyson Fury did something, he got away with it, that's on the Wilder side. They should have caught it. Just like if Tyson Fury would have lost, they would have pulled this video a long time ago. That one that we're talking about now. They'd have pulled this video a long time ago and say something was wrong with the gloves. Something was wrong. Why did he get his gloves right before the fight that we did not know about? And I would have been here saying, you know what? That's on you, champ. You should have had somebody in that locker room. You should have made sure that was all good. That's the way it goes. Whatever you slip and don't see, I'm not going to remind you. I'm not going to do it. That ain't how boxing works. It's every little edge I can get. you better catch it. And if you don't catch it, that's on you, champ. And if y'all think that's changing anytime soon, you tripping. I'm just telling y'all what it is. People don't like to hear it. People don't like to hear it, but this is why I'm not on Glove Gate. Let me see what the fam talking about. Let me see what the fam talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Dan the Man. What's up, man? Dan, nah, hold up. That ain't Dan the Man. Who? Wilder came up. Dog, by you having that name, I can't even put you on the screen, bro. You know what I'm saying? That ain't Dan the Man. And Dan the Man rock on this channel. So I know now. Go ahead, bro. Monty, what's up, fam? Okay, Mr. Shelton, is that the real you? Yeah, we gotta make sure nowadays, man. God damn. Is that the real Mr. Shelton? Is that the real Mr. Shelton? Oh, okay, Wilder never said anything about the suit. That's what trolls say. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right about that. I never heard those words come out of Deontay Wilder's mouth. But the water thing did come out of his mouth. And he did mention something about him having his water spiked. You know what I'm saying? We can't have it both ways, y'all. We can't say it was glove thing and spike water all at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't have it all. That's why I'm like, yo, this video of Deontay Wilder getting these gloves right before the fight is not a good look. But I'm not going to draw conclusions on that. But like I'm not going to do with the other dude. You got to have this. You got to have lockdown proof, man. Lockdown proof. A floppy glove. Is that proof? Some of y'all may say, well, man, my eyes are proof. Man, I don't know. When I go back and watch that fight, it'd be hard pressed for me to find those screenshots that y'all be posting around. It'd be hard pressed for me. I'd be having to slow the joint down, pause it, stop it. Like, is that the scene that everybody be? Because when I look at the fight in real time, it is so hard to catch those screenshots that y'all be passing around out here. You know what I mean? It's hard as hell, bro. It's hard as hell. You know what I mean? It's hard as hell. But Wilder can't have it both ways, bro. Wilder can't have it both ways. And I think in Wilder's case, he do believe something went wrong, and maybe he can't explain it. Maybe he's having a hard time explaining. Maybe he need to look at himself. I think it was him. I just think it was him screwing around in the camp. I think it's just, it comes down to something as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. He was in the camp getting cooch. Simple as that. Simple as that. While Tyson Fury was over there messing around with his gloves, manipulating that horsehair. That's what I seen. And I'm not going to scream to high heaven if that's what happened. I'm just trying to figure out now, what does Mark Breland got to do with all this? Because technically, you telling me that he really did save your life. And he took a public beating. His reputation took a public beating from Wilder fans, including myself. So this is not cool, man. It's not cool to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool to do that. You know, I got a lot of respect for Mark Breland. But I don't respect him. Wilder and then Wilder started to leak a lot of details about Mark Breland out to the public. But you're telling everyone that the man across the ring had metal in his gloves. Come on, man. That's just not a good look. It's just not a good look at all. It's not a good look. And I rock with Team Wilder all day. So this video that everyone is floating around, and I tried to show it to y'all, but this video that everybody floating around, man, look, man, I ain't see no wrongdoing there. Suspicious activity? Sure, I see suspicious activity from the other side too. But did you see any wrongdoing is the golden question. The Nevada State Athletic Commission was right there. I don't know why those gloves came in. Clearly, something had to be wrong with the alternate pair of gloves. They choose two pair. For Wilder to have one delivered at the last minute, who knows? Maybe they were the wrong size. Maybe a hole got punctured in one of them. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that even though that happened, I still didn't see any wrongdoing. That's all I do know. I see the commission putting fingers all through that joint, cuffing it, moving it, flipping it, smacking it, and rub it down. All that. You know what I mean? They just throwing it up. They did all that stuff. So, but this is what also Deontay Wilder got to understand, man. When you throw accusations out there like that, man, you got to make sure everything is super clean on your side, bro. That you ain't giving nobody an inch. You know what I'm saying? And in this case right here, man, people going to sit back and say, well, you're accusing him of that and you did this. Even when you look at Tyson Fury's dressing room, they actually had JDs in there. And he was witnessing them rapping in the hands and the whole 9 yards. Let's just drop this shit. Let's just drop it, bro. Move on, man. Let's get this third fight on the way. It's great for hype. Great for hype. A lot of unexplained questions on my end. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff ain't making sense. And Mark Breland got caught up in the middle, bro. Mark Breland became collateral damage. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Real spill, man. Mr. Cheesehead, all I know is I ain't hearing no lawsuit. I ain't reading no report of Fury's career being frozen out because of this cheating. I am over it. Facts. I'm over it too, Mr. Cheesehead. And after seeing this, I think we all, after this video surfaced like this, it's just things can be viewed. Anybody could have took this video. You can make any kind of response video to this you want. You know what I mean? You can make any, let's just say the same guy, what was his name? Pharaoh or whatever it was. He get involved and he did it. Will it get the same? Like if someone wanted to reinterpret this video a different kind of way and say, look, Deontay Wilder's cheating. He got gloves at the last minute. We ain't never seen nothing like this before. People can go that direction. That's what some of y'all are going to go that direction. I'm almost sure of it. People can go that direction, but there was no wrongdoing here. I'm having the same caution with Wilder that I had with, like, if I got to see this wrongdoing that y'all, I ain't see no wrongdoing in there. It ain't Wilder's responsibility to walk across the hall and knock on the door and say, yo, man, y'all want to get somebody in here. That ain't his responsibility. That's the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Mr. Bob Bennett, what's goody? Mr. Bob Bennett, what your people doing? You know what I mean? You got Julie Letterman. You got what's her name? The one from the Canelo fight. Adelaide Bird hanging with you, bro. What's going on with them workers at the Nevada State Athletic Commission? They not paying attention to the gloves because they saying Tyson Fury gloves was flopping. Y'all ain't going across the hall to knock on Fury's door and say, hey, Sugar Hill or one of y'all cats, come on, walk over here with me, man, and check these gloves out. Nobody ain't doing it. It was a lot of ball dropping going on around this joint. A lot of ball dropping. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna move on to this to another subject that I wanted to talk about before we get out of here, man. I wanted to follow up on this Ryan Garcia situation, dog. And you know, went back and watched the fight like once or twice. And I gotta tell y'all something, man. I was asking a question leading up to that fight last night. Why Ryan Garcia did not fight a southpaw to get him prepared for Luke Campbell. Then it hit me today like a ton of bricks. Luke Campbell was the preparation for Tank Davis. So by Luke being the southpaw, is that the guy that's just preparing him for Tank Davis? He didn't have to figure like he had to prepare for Luke. But is Luke preparing him for Tank? That's the golden question. I think so. And another thing I learned about Ryan last night, unlike a lot of these 135 pounders, Ryan now has an alternative skill set. He has a plan B. That is not the typical Ryan Garcia that y'all seen last night. We seen a different version of him last night. And which lets me know he's working on backup styles. He can do other things. A lot of these other lightweights, well, it's the same fighter over and over again. They've been doing what they've been doing. Ryan, on the other hand, is doing something different. And it can say that he's stopping full-fledged 135 pounders. This is what y'all got to look at, the development stage. And this is what I'm looking at. That style that I seen from Ryan was more Canelo-esque than ever. He's never really fought in that manner. But it lets me know he's working on new things. And he's preparing for new things. Is he preparing for Tank? The southpaw, the new style. He is developing himself. He's 22 years old. Stopping grown men. Developing himself. Not small fighters. He's developing himself. Some people think that in like Tank Davis's case, how can you really be getting much better if you fighting smaller fighters? How can you get much better? One thing you're going to say about Ryan, he put himself in a situation where he not only he learned because he got put on his ass, he got up, he learned that I got heart. He learned that I'm willing to go deep into a fight. I got what it takes. And he did this by employing something new in the fight. And he stopped the dude to the body, might I add. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. So that's what I'm saying, Slim. Like, unlike a lot of these lightweights, hey, Shorty working on a plan B. You know what I mean? Shorty gonna make it so like, okay, if I can't beat you like this, then I'm gonna go ahead and flip it up and give you a little bit of this. And I'm gonna master this. He's developing. He's developing. I think his best chances of against all the lightweights, I told y'all last night, and I'm gonna stick with it. Devin Haney all day. The man with no power. Allegedly. He ain't stopping nobody. It's gonna come down to a skill fight, right? Well, I think Teofimo is a hard puncher. I think Teofimo will give Ryan all he needs right now. I think Gervonta Tank Davis, southpaw, and you having those foot issues, you not having that style all the way down, you having some things to learn. Get your head off the line. Stop moving straight back. Get some rhythm, for crying out loud, and stop being robotic. Stop being so 1, 5, 7, 8, 9. Throw 1, 9, 10, 9, 11. Stop being that dude. You got to have some rhythm. You got to be more loose. It took Canelo years to get that down. Years. A lot of rope, a lot of dancing, a lot of coordination exercises. Ryan needs rhythm. Stop being so stiff. But he's developing. It's like, he's developing. And he's working on things. That's more than you can say about a lot of the youngsters, because they have not been in there with competition to push them to want to do those things. Ryan ain't been pushed to the point where I got to do something. I got to train to do something else. Or I got to be this. No, he ain't been in there with that killer yet, or someone that teach him a lesson that he can learn stuff from. This kid is learning. I'm listening to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar's talking like he might want to slow him down now. Oscar's talking like he might want to slow him down. But his best chances is against Haney. Now, we seen him calling out Devin Haney. They treating Devin Haney like he the third wheel. He the third option. Maybe we'll fight Devin Haney. Maybe we won't. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really tripping off the belt like that. Mauricio Suleiman made it so that they ain't got to have no pressure to take that fight right away. I hear Eddie Hearn out here, we're going to go talk to DAZN, and yeah, we're going to do that. I mean, you've been saying that for how long, bro? Man, we all know Devin's situation. What they going to do to Devin is say, Devin, this is what you're going to have to do. If you want that fight, you have to resign. What you going to do? You going to resign with us? You think they're going to give you that fight on your last fight with the network? Devin's got one fight left, right? If that's you think that they're going to give him that fight and him just walk out the door? What Devin need to do is say, just give me whatever fight y'all going to give me. I'll take my WBC and I'll walk up out the door and I'll go somewhere else where I'm more appreciated at. That's what Devin need to do. Devin need to just say, you know what? DAZN, y'all had a chance. When y'all had y'all worldwide expansion and y'all wanted to roll out to 200 plus countries, y'all ain't mention my name. Y'all talk Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia, or Virgil Ortiz. That's who y'all was mentioning is going to roll out this DAZN app to the whole world. No mention of Devin Haney. Devin need to take his WBC and walk right out the front door and say, give me my last fight, send me my check, and let me get up out of this joint. Y'all ain't done nothing for me. Y'all holding me back. What they going to do to Devin is say, if you want this Ryan fight or if you want that fight, you're going to have to sign on the dotted line. That's the question. And what are you going to do then? What are you going to do then? That's my whole point. So my thing is, I think they playing with the kid, Devin. I don't think he has a chance on getting this Ryan Garcia fight. I think they just kind of waving this in front of him like they did everything else, trying to keep him trying to keep him quiet, trying to shut him up, stuff like that. You got Teofimo Lopez running around asking for $10 million. They should have gave it to him. Yep, 100%. They should have gave it to him. That's 3 belts. That's every belt in one fight. You don't get opportunities like that. If they were really into Devin and they were on his side, they would have got that money. They'd have got that. It may not have been 10. But they'd have found 8. They'd have found 7 for all of the belts at the weight class in one night, in one fight. You telling me they ain't worth 7 to 8 million to have all of those belts on DAZN? Man, they should have found that money. You know what I mean? They should have found that money. That's how I feel. But far stylistically, yeah, I think he has the better chance against Devin Haney. Not to mention that he's a harder puncher than he's showing to be a harder puncher than Devin Haney. I mean, he stopped Luke Campbell, a man who has never been stopped, to the body. Sade, he made that man ribs do merry-go-rounds. Like, you know what I mean? Them Jones was moving all around his body. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Like, he's a harder puncher. You got to give it to him. He is a harder puncher, and he's learning. That's his best chance, Devin Haney. I think Tank obliterates him right now. Obliterates him. Maybe not in a couple years, but right now, you still learning on the job. You can't get that footwork down against a southpaw. You keep lining your head up with my straight left hand. You keep moving straight back, chin up in the air. All that good, sweet chin music. Tank gonna get you out of there. Stay away from Tank if you smart. If you smart. Now I hear Oscar De La Hoya running around out here. He like, yo, we run shit. Like, we running the whole show. You know what I mean? They fight when we tell them we ready to fight. We ain't waiting on Devin Haney. If we want to fight Devin Haney, if we get there, we will get there. We will let him know. It's on our terms. Ryan don't need any of these dudes. They need Ryan. Here we go with the diva talk, right? Devin, roll out, bruh. Go back on over there to PBC, man. You got so much smoke over there on PBC. And maybe he can't get his whole co-promotional thing. I don't see why not, truth be told. Why not? Why if PBC down for the brothers and all that, let Devin do his co-promotion thing. It ain't like they got a bunch of fly-by-night promoters over there anyway. I mean, I'll say fly-by-night, but ain't nobody signed to no promoter. And they all got their own imprints anyway, right? Man Down Promotions, right? I don't even know what Sean Porter's is. Does Sean Porter got one? Anybody seen Sean Porter? I ain't seen Sean Porter in like 2 weeks. Anyway. Everybody got one. So why Devin can't have? Devin, go back over to PBC, man. Get away from the zone, champ. Go back over to PBC and call out Gary Russell Jr. and stop playing. You know what I'm saying? All day. You know what I mean? Real spill. Muhammad, what's up, family? What's up with you, man? With respect to Ryan, my question is, will he keep his composure if Tank starts to tag him? If Haney starts outboxing him, or will his ego take control and force him to get reckless? Yes, last night when he got put on his ass last night, right? I don't think he got reckless. I don't think he lost control or lost composure. Well, there were points. I ain't gonna lie. I think it was about the 4th round where I thought he was gonna punch himself out. But I thought for the most part, he got back into that fight. He didn't let it discourage him. He performed up to his. I don't think so. In the Tank situation, I don't think so. I mean, we seen the kid knocked down. We seen him hurt, and he didn't retreat. He didn't change. He didn't get nervous. His body language, it's his whole fight demeanor. None of that stuff changed. He picked right back up where he left off when he got knocked down. And I would think if Tank or one of them would do it, he'll probably do the same thing. I think Shawty lays it in, man. I think Shawty lays it in. I mean, we always hesitate to give the pretty, right? Any accolades of being a dog or being aggressive. But I think Shawty is I think he's tough. And I think if Tank hit him, he want to hit Tank back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I think Ryan gonna be a problem, especially in like 2 years, man. I think he's very skilled. He answered my questions. He answered a lot of questions for me. When he got knocked down and got up and put himself back in the line of fire and stopped this dude, a man has never been stopped. Yo, I got a lot of. I'm high on Ryan Garcia right now. I'm high because he's proven himself more than a lot of those dudes have already. I mean, Haney ain't beat nobody really that good at the class. That's just the facts of the matter. And neither has Tank. And y'all know I rock with Tank all day. I got Tank wiping all these cats out. But they ain't fought nobody to the level that Ryan has. And he got rid of this dude. I mean, he's answered the question, bro. His big step up fight, he didn't ask for a 130 pounder. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man. I got to give him full credit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, stay away from Tank if you're a duck. Fuck all that weak shit. The kid wants smoke. Give him the smoke and give him the props for having balls. Leave the ducking for the phonies. He ain't ducking Tank. I hope it don't come down to no diva stuff. Listen to how Oscar talking, though. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't ducking Tank. He's running towards that smoke. He wants it. They know this is like the next Floyd and Oscar, man. This is where it's at, man. I think this is a great fight. I think this is a great event for the sport of boxing. Some people are wondering, is it too soon? It is what it is. The time is now. The time is now. My only question is, who does Floyd really want to deal with? Or who does TMT really want to deal with? Y'all need to not overlook that situation. I'm telling y'all, yo, Canelo, when he came out with that statement and said, yo, my fighters are all going to be free agents. I'm just saying, he pluck off Ryan. There is no DAZN in the mix. It's all Showtime pay-per-view. I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying. So, but I think that Devin Haney would be his best shot. Stay away from Gervonta Tank Davis. Teofimo Lopez, stay away from him too. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, and I know maybe y'all may not agree, fam. I'm going to go left with y'all with this one, but I would not be mad at Ryan Garcia if he fought Jorge Linares. If they decided to go back to their original plan, I wouldn't be mad because he's still learning and he's still working on things. I mean, if I'm moving my fighter the right way and I see him bumbling all over his feet like that against the southpaw, why would I put him in there with such a hard-hitting southpaw with great reflexes, might I add, like Gervonta Tank Davis? Gervonta Tank Davis got the reflexes, got the footwork. He can get up under punches. Man, he'll be pushing that kid back. That kid will be flopping all over his feet, not being able to line his shots up properly. He ain't ready for that level of a southpaw yet. And that's just being honest. Now, as a boxing fan, hey, give us what we want. It is what it is. But if I'm Oscar, I'm waking up this morning and I'm saying, you know what? I might gotta give Jorge Linares a call. I'm being honest. I might got to give Jorge. If my kid is still developing, if he is still learning on the job, if he is still working on things, he's not too long ago got with Eddie Reynoso Jr. He ain't been with Eddie Reynoso that long. You know he's still learning, and he's 22 years old. Do you really want to do that right now? I think he got a good chance against Jorge Linares. And I think Jorge Linares is going to push him and press him and make him even more better if he make it through that. I'm just saying. And if Ryan Garcia was to beat Luke Campbell and Jorge Linares, just him and Teofimo would have the best victories at the class. Easy, like they do now, to be honest with you. But him and Teofimo will be in classes by themselves because ain't nobody else would have beaten that level of competition at the weight class. I like that Jorge Linares fight, to be honest. I mean, I'm just saying, for Ryan, if I'm Oscar, I think about that. You know what I mean? I think about that. Mohamed Horomtallah says, yo, man, these fighters should form a union and boycott the WBC in all weight classes all day. Man, I've been dying to see fighters get a union, dog. I would love for a fighter or somebody with some statue, some, you know what I mean? Like a Floyd or somebody like that, man, to come out and vouch for fighters getting unions. That way that these fighters got health care after the fight game is over. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them may not have that much money, but at least they got health. They can afford their health care. I always go back to the WWE, the wrestlers. And remember the lady Linda McMahon, when she ran for public office and she lost because all of the wrestlers started to get together and expose to the world that, yo, we've been wrestling for this lady all this time, because Vince wasn't really, everybody think Vince McMahon run it. Nah, it's really Linda and her pops. They run it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, these wrestlers came out and was like, yo, we fought for this lady and we could not get no health care, man. These wrestlers can't even get out of bed in the morning after the wrestling was over. And they got together and they sunk her campaign. You know what I mean? As they should. And I see the same thing with fighters, and the MMA fighters. They all should look into this, man. They should have unions at the very least, since they make millions of dollars for these networks and make millions of dollars for these promoters. The very least you can do is to make sure that they can go see the doctor when their career is over. Y'all made me say, well, man, they should make sure that they can do. Yeah, they should. I don't deny that. But they are athletes. And we know how this game is played. And we know how athletes are. They all brawn, less brains. Sometimes you got to protect them for themselves. Even if it comes to a thing like, yo, you got to give a certain small amount out of your purse to cover your union dues or to cover your medical expenses after boxing. Start some sort of account for these fighters or whatever, that a couple dollars from their purses go sleep into that account. You know what I mean? And that way, when boxing is over, they got something. Look at Adrian Bronner. Where we think he going if he don't change? Where we think he going if he don't change? We could play stupid. Oh, man, he going to be all right. He all right, little dude. He gonna get back on. No, we don't know that, Slim. I've seen this movie too many times. If you've been watching the fight game for a long time, you've seen this movie too many times. And at the very, very least, Mohamed Horomtallah, you hit it right on the head, my friend. They need a union. For the WBC reason all day, but also basically for their health care more than anything. For their health care more than anything, man. Some of these fighters are flat broke at the end of their career, man. They can't even afford to go and see the doctor if they catch a cold. And they done fought and got their brains beat in for 20 years or 15 years or 10 years. And they ain't got no health care. It's a real problem, dog. It's a real problem. That's just one of them things about boxing that just entails in boxing that we just know is part of the sport. It's like I was telling y'all earlier about the Tyson Fury shit. That's why I'm not going crazy and going all the high heaven, because it's boxing, unfortunately. It's the sport you love. It's corrupted as hell. I listened to Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Y'all see his rant that he got on social media. And Jarrell Miller, who we have no sympathy for whatsoever. Why is he getting even something to get back early? I have no idea, but whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And he exposed some of the problems in the sport with PEDs, right? That's an issue that should something better be done. Look at the UK. Look at UCAD. In competition, out competition. Oh, you can take this PED up into 24 hours before the fight. It's all good. But boxing is so clean. Oh, we want to clean it up. Y'all want to clean up glove get ABC involved. That's how you clean things up. But ain't nobody really trying to clean nothing up. We just talking. Boxing is corrupt, man. It is what it is. Now, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, for example, right? I hear him run down the whole protocol. He like, yo, man, VADA's the ones that's clocking all the dollars. They just collect the checks. You know what I'm saying? They just collecting the checks. That's according to Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller is on the right page in one way or another, but there's more to that story. Now, in Jarrell Miller's case, it's a bit different because he got caught by the Clean Boxer program through the WBC. But now that he's out on his own, it's coming out of your damn pocket. And you got to pay that directly to VADA. That's something different, bro. That ain't the norm. Now, there's still a problem. Don't get it twisted. The drug program, something on this with the untrained eye and the untrained ear, you would think is a beautiful thing. I thought that in the beginning. I thought that until I did my homework and found out the real deal. That thing is just as loosey as it want to be. Salute to the OG. Salute to the OG Blood Boxing for breaking this story. It made me go down my yellow brick road on it. And the story was how the WBC Clean Boxing program is terribly understaffed, terribly underfunded, and things like that. Now, you take the Avni Yildirim situation, for example, right? Avni Yildirim and Canelo Alvarez is fighting. Avni Yildirim got caught up with PEDs, right? Now, Avni Yildirim got found to be no wrongdoing done. They said he went over to Germany and got muscle therapy or something like that, and they gave him something and they bought his story. But guess what? He still had to pay a fine. He still had to go through some extended testing and XYZ. Even though you wasn't guilty, they still treated you like you were guilty, but they got paid. That's the deal. That's how the Clean Boxer program works. VADA ain't getting nothing out of that. VADA ain't getting nothing. They got a budget that they get every month from the WBC. They ain't making a ton of money off that. The money-making machine known as the Clean Boxer program, the way it works is when I catch Boxer A dirty, he's going to pay me whatever he can pay me to keep his ranking. He's going to pay me anything I need to be paid to make sure that when he comes back in 4, 5, 6 months, that he can pick up where he left off. If not, he'll get kicked to the bottom of the pile and get put on as a jacket as a dirty fighter. The money is going to the WBC. VADA comes out and say, yo, we ain't getting none of this fine. The money in all of this is when these boxers pop and they got to pay fines. They got to pay fines. The WBC only cut a certain amount of money to VADA every month, so they only can do 2, 3 tests a month. You know how many fighters they got on their payroll? You know how many fighters they got in their rankings through all of the weight classes? But the key is once you get caught, once you catch 1 or 2 of them, oh, yeah, we're going to make a ton of money on the fine. The fine goes straight to the WBC. Now, why the hell did they fine Avni Yildirim? If you find him, that means he done something wrong, right? I would think. but you find him and you still allow him to fight. So what y'all don't understand. So what's up with this clean boxer program? Are we really making money, or is it really about keeping fighters clean? Is it really about that? These are the things that go on in boxing. But y'all want to make it like we playing with the most cleanest sport in the world. So where's the outrage? Where's the outrage about UK in competition, out of competition? Okay? If we're gonna talk gloves and stuff, like, where is the out? Let's clean boxing all the way up. Let's not just start with a glove. Let's really clean it up. No one's gonna do it, because you know why? You love the sport you got. You love the threat of an evil looming in the ring. You love the mystery of someone getting hurt and how hurt will they get. Believe it or not, fight fans, we complain and we say things, but the way that the sport truly is, we so entrenched in it ourselves that we technically love it. Because all we do, if we see something wrong, we'll come right here and complain about it. But ain't nobody calling ABC. Ain't nobody in no courtrooms. Everybody's just keeping hype going. That's boxing. Welcome to the sport. So are we going to do something about it? Or are we just going to continuously sit here and just say, oh, fighter A is such a cheater, and fighter B, oh, I can't believe they cheated. Unbelievable. And the band plays on. You know what I mean? See what the fam talking about. Stallion says, I disagree with you there, fam. Tank did fight somebody. Leo Santa Cruz is somebody. He maybe even be better than Campbell. And if you would have said somebody, I'd have said Pedraza. I thought you was going to at least say the Pedraza fight. That's the one that's, no one can never take that one away from Gervonta Davis when he won that first world title. That Pedraza fight is a legitimate win all day. Too bad it was at 126. My thing is, I'm saying, Stallion, nobody at 135 has done better than Luke Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis fought Leo Santa Cruz down at 130. And Devin Haney has not fought anyone on the caliber of a Luke Campbell, in my opinion. That's why I say that Ryan Garcia's win trumps the wins that they got. The best that they got is Yorkers Gamboa. That's what I was saying at the actual weight class. Now, if you want to say Tank's whole career at different classes, I mean, Pedraza is a better win than anything that Ryan Garcia's did. But I'm saying as far as at 135, you know what I mean? As far as at 135. Leo Santa Cruz is better than Luke Campbell. I honestly think that Ryan had it easier than Tank did against Leo. How you figure that? Leo Santa Cruz was a smaller fighter, right? Did not Leo Santa Cruz come up from 126 like one fight prior to Tank, and Tank was at 135 pounds? Those are just the facts of the matter, fam. I hear what you're saying. And look, man, I ain't going to shit on Tank too much, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got to call it for what it is. This is why I say Ryan Garcia did not bring a small fighter up. He didn't bring nobody from 130 and say, fight me at 135 and we can get it in. You know what I mean? Or he didn't catch nobody who was going up to another weight class and say, oh, you put on that extra weight, I'm going to make you drain yourself and come back down and fight me at this weight. He took on a cat that was a full-fledged 135 pounder at the class that has plenty of experience. And that's better than, to me, what Devin and Tank has done at the class. Gamboa don't pass the test. And he was arguably not even a full 135er. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. Or they will blacklist you in all industries. Yeah, you're right about that word of the day. You're right about that, fam. D-Lo, what's up, family? What's up to my main man, D-Lo 44 Boxing? Everybody that hear the sound of my voice, check out my fam right there, man. Salute to you, fam. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Hope you enjoyed those fights, that Garcia joint, man. I seen you drop something, man. I'm going to definitely go check you out, fam. All day, all day, all day. Leo Santa Cruz moved up in weight. Yeah, he moved up to 130 when Tank was already at 35. That's my point. You know what I mean? Tank was at 35 when Leo moved up to 30. You did? So look, man, I hear what you're saying about Leo Santa Cruz. Tank just need to fight somebody who was at the class established. You did? Santa Cruz wasn't that, man. Look how he got his belt. Look who he beat for that WBA belt that Tank vacated. But that was a hookup if I've ever seen it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. As soon as Tank leave, he fights for his belt. Come on, man. Then Tank go back down and wait to fight him. Come on, man. Nah. And Ryan didn't have to do that. Y'all can say what y'all want about Ryan. He fought a full-fledged 35-pounder with plenty of experience, man. If Ryan is facing Tank and Canelo is fighting Billy Joe Saunders, who gets the Cinco de Mayo date in your opinion? That's a good point. That is a very good. Maybe they put them together. And I think that'd be great for Ryan. That'll take Oscar to have to work with Canelo again. But I mean, they're all on DAZN. That's a whole like DAZN like card right there. They could probably fit Ryan and Canelo on the same card. If they smart, that's how they do it. You know what I mean? If they smart, that's how they do it. There's a lot of folks gunning for that, man. Ryan and Tank, but Ryan and Tank is his own event. You can't put that on the undercard. Ooh. And I don't see Ryan taking Cinco de Mayo away from Canelo, champ. That's a good point, bruh. That's a good point. To be honest with you, if I had to choose which one I was going to watch, it'd be Ryan and Tank over Canelo and Billy Joe. That's a good point, bro. That's a very good question, Mohamed Horomtallah. You can't put Ryan and Tank on no undercards, fam. Yo, if they all going to be gunning for that date, somebody going to have to move. Somebody going to have to move. And Oscar may not back down from Canelo, champ. Hey, that's a great question. Who gets that Cinco de Mayo date? Damn, that's a great. I don't know, fam. I want to say Canelo is the biggest star. He's the certified star. So he may not let nothing stop him from doing it. But Ryan and Tank is a big fight. I mean, it's going to echo even louder than that Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders fight. Ooh, good question, fam. Good question. We'll see, man. To be honest with you, fam, I don't know. I really, really don't know. I don't know, fam. I want to say Canelo, but that Ryan and Tank fight is a big fight, man. I want to say Canelo gonna stay there though, man. But I don't know. And you wonder why Miller got caught. Yeah, Miller got caught for being just a mutant. You know what I'm saying? The dude, he shouldn't even made that video, to be honest with you, man. He shouldn't even be like on no suspension, like serving no kind of nothing. He should be done. The man popped in 2 different sports for more than, I don't know how many PEDs in total. Man, he shouldn't even be coming back nowhere near no kind of combat sports, fam. Whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Whatsoever. Oh, what's up to the homie? My main man right here. Trill Boxing Talk. Happy New Year's to my main man, Black Fight Fan TV. Salute, family. If Ryan fights Tank, Oscar and Floyd will take Cinco de Mayo from Canelo. Okay. Hey, good point. But hey, but Trill, what I was trying to get at one time was, think about this. Canelo talking about starting his own promotional company, right? Canelo said his fighters are going to be free agents. Do you think that Floyd waits it out for Canelo to pluck off Ryan? And then they say, you know what? Put Ryan and Tank on Showtime. If he's free, it gets DAZN out the mix. You know what I'm saying? I was just wondering. But that's a good point. I see what you're saying. They might cut Canelo out the deal. He might, Oscar and Floyd go way back for real. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. They may cut Canelo out the deal. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my main man right there. You know what I mean? When I was telling y'all earlier, man, that there was some names I wanted to run down for as the people I wanted to appreciate and tell them thank you. Well, this was one of them right here. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, brother. And thank you some more, man. I'm a proud member of the Trilitary myself. You know what I mean? I will be over there punching that black dollar, fam. Salute to you, fam. And thank you for everything you've done for me, homie. I know you're a hidden hand out here, man. And I want to say thank you. Thank you very much. That's the man right there, man. The man, the myth, the legend. All day. You know what I'm saying? All day, man. All day. Jeune says, yo, man, did Canelo even fight last Cinco de Mayo? No, he missed the last Cinco de Mayo. He was actually, is that around the time when he was dealing with that court situation? I could be a little off with that. I thought that was around the time. I could be a little off with that. But I don't know. I don't think he did fight in the last one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I got to go back and just don't quote me on that to be exact. But I thought he had some issue that kept him out the ring. I don't know if it was the Golovkin thing playing out or if it was the court thing. It was something. But I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. Salute, family. Floyd may put Tank on Cinco no matter what Mexican fighter that he picks for him. Also, keep in mind, Oscar mentioned something about Jaime Munguia and Gennady Golovkin. He want that on Cinco de Mayo. So my thing is, if he goes to DAZN and say, I got Tank and Ryan, and I'll put Jaime Munguia and Gennady Golovkin, if Gennady Golovkin bites on the undercard, they take that. They take that in a heartbeat. They take that in a heartbeat. That's something else that Oscar has been talking about when it comes to Cinco de Mayo. So keep y'all third eye on that, fam. He's talking also about Jaime Munguia and Gennady Golovkin for Cinco de Mayo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Trill says, yo, Canelo is going to definitely make a play for Ryan Garcia. Much love, family. Much love to you too. Yeah, man. I think that's a good and it would be a good play. I look at Reynoso. I look at how Reynoso is standing right next to Ryan. They say Reynoso is going to be the promoter. I mean, Canelo may be the backer and he may play the background, but Reynoso going to be the promoter. And that's why I was saying at this previous event, you got Ryan walking around that whole event with Reynoso and Oscar on the other side of the stadium. Oscar ain't hanging around Ryan, and I know he got to be wondering in the back of his mind, what are they talking about? I mean, I got Canelo that left me. You know they got to be in Ryan's ear like, yo, what did y'all see when Ryan won that fight? What the first thing he do? What the first thing he do? He run and go hug Reynoso. He run and go hug Canelo. Man, he loved them dudes. He loved them dudes. He in that gym. I'm just saying, you know, man, it just looks like something that they would Floyd would look at that situation and say, you know what? Y'all don't have no DAZN ties, huh? I don't have to go through DAZN. We can do this all through Showtime and Steven Espinoza. And this is why I'm saying, this is why you may see Oscar putting his foot on the gas for this Tank fight. He wants this fight done or get something moving because he don't know how long it may be until I don't know what Ryan Garcia's contract look like, but he knows Reynoso and Canelo are right here in his ear. I mean, you know, Oscar did this to me. He's going to do the same thing to you. I'm just saying. It could be a matter of time, y'all. Matter of time. Mr. Cheesehead says, yo, man, I doubt if Floyd lets that fight happen. What, Ryan Garcia and Tank? I think he wants that, man. I think especially after seeing that performance last night. They're going to want that right now. They want it. But you ain't going to want it in 3 more years. When Ryan gets a little better, let's see if you want it then. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if you want it then. Canelo shooting a fight 3 times this year. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard he say February Avenue Yodrum, Cinco de Mayo, and then September. But he said September is going to be more for the Gennady Golovkin if Gennady Golovkin wants to come up to 168 pounds. We'll see. I hope, once again, at the end of the day, whatever Ryan, one thing y'all got to walk away knowing from Ryan Garcia is he's developing. He's trying new things. He's with a new trainer. So what y'all seen last night is a work in progress. Tank better catch that work in progress. You don't want that kid to get settled in a new style, have an alternative style, a plan B. When he gets into these fights, he can now have something else to fall back on. Well, I can fight like this now. I don't always have to fight like that. And I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing that these other lightweights are getting fed, spoon-fed, easy opponents. They ain't been putting through no gauntlets. You seeing the same style. You seeing fighters do things between fights, ballooning up in weight. You don't see that much from Ryan. I'm just telling y'all are looking at the development of a fighter. And that's all I want y'all to remember. You are looking at the development of a fighter. This is not the finished product. This is not the finished product, fam. This is not it's going to either get better or worse. But one thing we can honestly say is it has not reached its full potential. That's one thing we do know. Puff Daddy in the super chat. Salute to the fam. What's up with your homes? What's going on? Man, Mexicans don't even want to see Canelo fight. Them cherry picks over some Modelos, fam. You know what I'm saying? Ryan and Tank is the fight if Floyd lets it happen. There it is right there. I think I'm with you, bro. I think they'll flock to the young star, man. And you know, having a stoppage like he got last night, man, he got momentum at his back right now. Trust and believe, the Mexican fan base is turned all the way up right now. They love to see stuff like that. Ryan didn't back down. The one thing that a lot of Mexican fans love, they love to see a war, right? But most importantly, they love to see a warrior. Someone who taking a licking and keep on ticking, get knocked down, get back up and take the fight to the man and stop him to the body. They love that. They love that. With that performance at his back right now, champ, they turned up over him right now. And this is what I'm saying. And you know, Canelo looking at that. Canelo got to be looking at that like he's a star. I better keep him close. I bet to keep him close. Black and Brown Boxing. What's up, family? What's up with you, man? Garcia versus Linares should be next. I said that. I said, if Oscar is smart, he take him down Jorge Linares' route. As a promoter, as a boxing fan, of course, myself, I want to see the big fights. I want to see Tank. I want to see Devin. I want to see Teofimo. But if I'm Oscar, I'm putting him in there with Jorge Linares. I'm making everybody wait because he's still developing. And he's 22. By the time he reached 23 and a half, he's going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem. And most importantly, if Tank and Teofimo, both of them, keep ballooning up, cutting the weight, ballooning up, cutting the weight, they're going to run into this kid. They're going to run. I don't see that about Ryan Garcua. Say what we want. He's a social media this. He's a social media that. You know what I mean? He's this. He's always working. And he's always in shape. The development of a fighter. Real spill. I'm about to get up out of here, fam. I'm about to get on up out of here. Much love to y'all all, man. Memphis says, yo, man, Ryan is developing for 3 years. He only 22 years old, fam. Think about Tank in 3 more years. Tank in 3 more years can be a problem as well. I'm not denying it. But I'm just going by what I see right now. And what I see, the things that Tank are doing, and we just got to be honest about this, man. The things that Tank are doing and the things that Ryan are doing are completely different. That's just calling it for what it is. Tank balloons up in weight. He does. Ryan doesn't. Tank has been able to overpower a lot of smaller fighters. That ain't been this case with Ryan Garcia. Tank has been the same Tank each and every fight. I've seen a whole new different style on Ryan Garcia last night. Tank has not beaten a full-fledged 35-pounder of quality yet, and Ryan has. Those are just the facts, fam. And this is why I'm telling y'all what y'all are seeing is the development of a fighter. You seeing a fighter that's in the gauntlet right now that's wanting to be the best that he can be when he's 26, 27, 28. I see Tank being, in a lot of cases, hooked up. I'm just calling it what it is. Hooked up. You want to fight a 26-pounder? Fight Gary Russell Jr., someone who's looking your way. That's all I'm saying. Gary was right there. He's still right there. It ain't changed. Tank fans, y'all got to understand this is exactly what Tank is. I see him as being very talented, no doubt, but he has not been pushed hard as he need to be pushed, aside from the Pedraza fight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't like the facts of that matter. I know y'all don't like the facts, and I do got Tank beating Ryan. Don't get it twisted. But those are just the facts of the matter. You know what I mean? Shorty, and then he in that gym with Canelo and Reynoso. Man, they working, champ. They in that joint work. Trust me when I tell y'all this. What Canelo saw, the flaws that he saw in Ryan last night, they in the gym. They're going to be working on that. Y'all don't think so? The flaws that Canelo and Reynoso saw last night, Ryan facing a southpaw. And that's another thing. I told y'all, I believe that Ryan faced the southpaw to prepare himself for a Gervonta Tank Davis. He's technically preparing himself for that fight. Has Tank fought anyone to prepare him for Ryan? Or is he going to depend on the bumbling feet? What happens when the bumbling feet disappear? What happens when Reynoso and Canelo say, yo, you need some rhythm? We're going to get you a dance teacher. We're going to put you in a few dance classes. Go do something. Go dance. Go do some line dancing. Go play some tennis. You need to get your coordination up so you can move more loosely, more freely. What happens when they put the string around his ankles and they tie the shoestring around his ankles and they make him work on his footwork? And that gets better. Then you talking about a fighter that got more than one style. He's only 22 years old. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Yeah, Linares should be the next step, says Black and Brown. Absolutely. That is the proper step. And on top of that, that would just even solidify his resume above the rest of them even more. It would look like that Shorty really been tested. It would, if he gets Linares and Campbell out the way, it would look like he's really, really been tested, and no one will be questioning whether he's the goods. It would also change the odds on some of his upcoming fights. Trust me when I tell y'all that. I'm just telling y'all, bro. I'm just telling y'all. Real spill. Real spill. I'm about to get up out of here, fam. I got something in the oven baking, man, and I can smell it moving. Y'all got that all wrong. Mexico is behind Canelo. Don't let them crab in the bucket fans fool you. ESPN Espanol don't speak for the fans. That's old media. Okay, so y'all still rocking with them. All right. They got to get Ryan off that app, though. They got to get him up off the app. And now, don't get me wrong. I ain't complaining about the 6 o'clock start times, yo. I thought that thing was love. You know what I mean? We got to watch the fight, and I still had a whole night to go. Man, that thing was love. We need more of those. But they got to get him off that app. The Zone is in the pay-per-view market, sure. Showtime is as well. But Showtime would like to have all that money to themselves. And we seen DAZN do the pay-per-view with DAZN fighters. We have yet to see DAZN do a pay-per-view crossing over to another network. Tank Davis is with Showtime. Tank Davis is with Showtime. Will they willing to do a pay-per-view with Tank Davis? I'm just asking the question. If I was Oscar, I would line up 2 big money fights for Ryan and tell him that DAZN want a contract extension to make the fights happen. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that was in the pipeline, fam. I would not. Hey, Mohamed Horomtallah, that's the game right there. That's straight promoter game right there. You just dropped. That is the game, champ. Get him that on that, wave that in front of him on that last fight. Just like I think they gonna do Devin Haney. That is the game, fam. You just said it. They're gonna go to Devin the same way. They're gonna say, Devin, you want these fights? This is what you got to do. Sign on. Look at Bob Arum. I'm ready to deal with Earl Spence now. He's going harder than ever to deal with Earl Spence because Terrence Crawford got that last fight. What's up, Bob? It just rained down on you that you might miss out on that fight. If Terrence Crawford walks out the door, guess what? Bob Arum misses out on the biggest fight in boxing. So, of course, you want to give him the world now, don't you? Of course, you on your job now, ain't you, Bob? What happened last year and the year before that and the year before that? But now that the man contract about to expire, you want to show him you are doing the best that you can do, right, Bob? Ain't that right? Allegedly. Why don't you throw Sean Porter $2 million, man, and stop playing with us? Tank the oldest, in my opinion. He's on borrowed time. Shakur coming up, and the other young cats are on his bumper. Tank is going to have to rediscipline himself pretty soon. It's not going to be easy to be blowing up between fights like that. He's going to have to discipline himself a little more as he gets older. And I hope that comes. I hope that comes with him maturing a little bit more. We got to admit, at least over this last year or so, Tank has definitely showed levels of maturity now. He's showing that he's not always getting in trouble. He still do the social media thing from time to time, but he ain't doing things and he ain't fighting bartenders no more. He ain't doing stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping there's a level of maturation settle into Tank, because Tank at his full potential, dangerous dude, dangerous fighter. Full potential. Not partying, not kicking it with AB all the time. Full potential. He can be a problem. And we can honestly sit back and say we may not even seen the best of Tank yet. We might don't see the best of Tank till he hit 140. Some say, they think that's going to be his best weight. I've heard that before. A lot of cats, man, 140 going to be Tank. When he get to 140, he really going to be a problem. Could be the case. I don't know. I'm about to get up out of here, fam. Thank y'all for hanging with me tonight, man. I'm very, very tired. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been running to the airport, man. I had to drop the fam off, ship them on up out of here, man. I am exhausted. The holidays wiped me out. I hope all y'all had a good holiday, man. I know I did, man. These are my favorite time of year. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's been real live, man. It's been a real live year. Crazy ass 2020. Thank goodness it's over, and thank goodness we all made it, and y'all are all safe. You know what I'm saying? All day. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get some rest. Sorry for the technical difficulties on the previous stream, man. Hopefully I at least got my word across on this one right here, and it is what it is, man. Before I go, just let me leave one last thing and just say once again about the glove gate, because I don't want nobody leaving here misinterpreting my words. Mainman Mademan is not a fan of it. Is not a fan because no one really wants to do anything. And if we're going to just sit here and talk about it, I can talk about a million things wrong with boxing. There's a lot of things wrong with boxing, but ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody just talking. And so that's why I know it's all just hype at the end of the day. As far as the Deontay Wilder video that's floating around out here, he ain't do nothing wrong. Show me what he did wrong in the video. Everybody who shot up my email with that video, show me what did he do wrong. And you tell me, why didn't the commission walk across the hall and knock on Tyson Fury's door? It's not Deontay Wilder's responsibility to inform Fury's corner that they got new gloves. That's on them. It's like it's on Wilder's team to be in Fury's locker room on their A game. This is warfare at all times. This is the last time I'll probably ever speak on Glovegate. I'm keeping it 100. This is the last time I'm going to speak. I think it's dumb. After watching this video, it's just stupid. I can be that channel if I wanted to be, and go down a straight road of all kinds of videos on that Deontay Wilder video. If I was a Tyson Fury fan, I can make 20 videos on how Deontay Wilder cheated. That ain't got nothing to do with Wilder. You know what I mean? That's more than the Nevada State Athletic Commission. You tell me where they went wrong. Much love for y'all, man. Thumbs up on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. And I see y'all tomorrow, man. We'll come back for a fresh live stream tomorrow after the homie get some rest. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you all. Thumbs up for the fam. Salute to everybody in Mainman Mademan's boxing forum. And if you like this program, we got more like this. We got a whole playlist on the channel called We Talking Boxing Live. To the next video, man. Peace out.